So he's back there. We didn't see him most of the ride. He back there with whatever thing he heading off for 22 hours, right?
Even Diddy's ex-assistant knew Diddy was jiggling men in his spare time, and he casually mentioned it during his interview. This suggests that everyone in Diddy's entourage knew, whether explicitly or implicitly, that Diddy was sleeping with males. Derek Watkins had no idea his narrative would expose his employer, but it did, and we wouldn't doubt someone who was so close to Diddy that he became a celebrity on his own.
Literally walk up to Puff and I'd be like, you want to do this, but you can't do this, and walk off.
Derek Watkins became famous as Farnsworth Bentley, a pun on the character Bootney Lee Farnsworth from the 1975 film Let's Do It Again, after accepting the job of an umbrella-toting, full-time butler for Diddy in the early 2000s. The rapper needed to clean up his act after being acquitted of gun possession and bribery charges arising from a nightclub gunfight in 1999, which led to the recruitment of Bentley to Diddy's crew and his newfound identity. Bentley stated that Diddy dubbed him Farnsworth because he liked him and that he initially despised the term but accepted it since it benefited both of them. It didn't take long for the former personal valet and assistant to establish his own brand and establish himself in television, music, and even literature. While Bentley may have set down the umbrella to pursue other interests, he clearly left his impact on pop culture and will be a hip-hop topic of discussion for years to come. His slip and expose on Diddy confirmed the rumors about Diddy's sexuality that have been circulating. He is not the only one who has expressed an opinion on the matter. Jaguar also had a lot to say about Big Guy Diddy. Wright has recently been exposing the whole music industry on social media, publicly exposing Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Common, and The Roots. She addressed Diddy in a lengthy Instagram video, pledging to share the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She then went on to say that she was aware of Diddy's relationship with males because she engaged an industry lawyer around 2003 who had just left Bad Boy and who told her so. For fear of retaliation, she withheld the attorney's identity. The lawyer, it turns out, had confided in Wright and told her an unpleasant anecdote about her time at the label. Diddy, according to Wright, met with singer and New York City actor Christopher Williams about maybe signing a demo agreement. The attorney wanted to acquire approval for some papers, so she went to Diddy's office to have him sign them. Wright stated the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. When she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. That was surely a surprising sight, but it didn't bother the lawyer so much as it embarrassed her. She played it cool until Diddy brought it up the next day. He was allegedly aggressive, asking her if she intended on telling anyone. Obviously, she was going to tell anyone while still working for him. But she politely asked him why he hadn't locked the door, to which he reportedly replied, "I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do in my building." Diddy allegedly informed the lawyer that it was the power that drove him to do such things. "If I could make a man suck my dick for money, I could make anyone do anything." This suggests Diddy asked Christopher Williams to give him fellatio in exchange for a demo deal and a check simply to have power over him. This enraged Wright, who stated in the video, "That's what you said, Puff, about Christopher Williams sucking your dick for a demo deal, and you cut him a check. And you chased that young woman out of New York just like you tried to chase Wendy Williams out of New York. And she came to work for me." Wright further stated that Diddy fired the attorney despite her promise not to reveal his secrets. This must have been upsetting for the young woman who had thought she had landed the job of a lifetime. Wright stated she was a wonderful woman and she was a brilliant attorney and she thought she was signing up for the ride of her life. She continued, she was gonna be head of legal at Bad Boy Entertainment and be a female, like that was a big deal. Until she accidentally walked in on her boss's office and caught him getting head from a movie star, which he said was done for nothing more than an exercise of power. Wright was convinced that Diddy had threatened to ruin the attorney's life if she ever told anyone, and now that Wright had told the entire world of what had transpired, she urged Diddy not to attempt and damage her in any way since she had nothing to do with Diddy's odd desire for power. "You better not try to do nothing to her either," Wright said. "She ain't had nothing to do with you being no sodomite, forcing men to do degrading acts just so you could prove how fucking powerful you are." Diddy was not the only artist revealed by Wright, and while a handful has chosen to reply, the majority of the musicians, including Diddy, have kept mute on the topic. Despite the fact that most of what she was stating had no evidence to back it up, Wright may have found some reinforcement in Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, who endorsed the theory that Diddy was gay. The former bodyguard took to Instagram to clear the air about Wright's different charges, confirming and denying some of them. He stated that his admirers kept emailing him information about what Wright was stating and that most of what she was saying was true. He claimed that he remembered seeing Jaguar in Philadelphia many years ago at a bar when Diddy instructed R&B musician Music Soulchild to remove that turban off his head. Back to the topic at issue, after praising Wright for what she's doing, he addressed charges she made about his being paid to be silent. He corrected Wright and stated that he was never paid off by anyone, and after attempting to clear the air about the charges made against him, he continued in what appears to be confirmation of some of Wright's claims. He went on to add that being around his former employer had prompted him to begin praying and quoting scripture. Gene Deal stated, "I'm the one who came out here, to let you'll know. I've seen some of the devil shit." Gene also went on to make more charges in another video, which appeared to substantiate rights allegations against Diddy or, at the very least, add fuel to the fire. Deal frequently discusses Diddy being sexually fluid throughout the lengthy video and says he once took Exhibit to a gay bar. He further said that, unlike everyone else who has spoken out about Diddy's sexuality, he has directly watched the bad boy CEO engaging in sexual intercourse with other men. "I know that for a fact because I was right there," he claimed. He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door that don't let nobody come through. I said I'll watch the door, and if I watch the door and him and a man ran out naked, and I said that ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself," he said emphatically. "I'm telling you what I saw." He went on to explain what he meant when he stated he saw Diddy engage with males with his own eyes on another show, claiming that he was with Diddy in the early 2000s when he escorted the mogul into an exotic bookstore. Gene stated that Diddy bought a bag full of sex toys while in the store. He believes Diddy bought a few butt plugs in particular. And the story gets even stranger when he says he and Diddy traveled to North Carolina with the toys, and Diddy hooked up with a dude. As they arrived at their hotel, Diddy allegedly told Gene that he wanted to pay a visit to fellow rapper Ja Rule, who was staying in his private suite. Gene stated that he tried to talk Diddy out of dropping into Ja Rule's suite unannounced, but Diddy was adamant. Later that day, Ja Rule's cousin arrived at the hotel and insisted on wearing the suit despite Gene's warning. The commotion caused by the two men caused Diddy and Ja Rule to arrive in nothing but towels, which confirmed to Gene what the two men were using butt plugs for. We already know that 50 Cent will have a field day as a result of this new revelation because he has been stating for a long time that Diddy and he are on the same side. According to a Twitter user, Diddy is deaf gay LMFAO ion no grown straight man that's not gonna address a gay rumor that's been circulating for years. Another added, "Why Kersha ain't leave Diddy yet? All these gay rumors about him, you can't beat those allegations." Nonetheless, keep in mind that this video is based on speculations and personal opinions and should not be taken as truth. That concludes our coverage for today. Until next time, bye.